Could we go out and buy a couple relief pitchers? Hello, my friends, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, we're going to ask, are the Blue Jays buyers or sellers this coming trade deadline? But before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, engage with the community. And as well, guys, this video is brought to you by Manscaped and Monkey Knife Fight. Use code TODAYJays to get some discounts and also get some free betting money, in-game betting money that you can use using Today Jays. And as well, become a Patron, $3 a month. You support the channel, and you guys can join our Wine on Wine. So that's that.
Yeah, and shout out and thank you to all of our current Patreons. We really appreciate it. All right, buddy. When we are making this video, I guess it'll come out and we'll still be at the same record because we don't play tonight. Yeah. But we are 36 and 36 or 35 and 35?
35 and 35.
35 and 35. My mistake. 35 and 35. We're chilling at 500. We've done some things really well. We've done some things not very well. And I think that we are in a very controversial spot right now. This is kind of a critical time, and the management can decide to go one of two directions. We still have a little bit of time until the trade deadline, but it is fast approaching.
And it's fun to guess.
And it's fun to guess. So, if you had to guess, and not only if you had to guess, but if you were making the decisions, what do you think we should do? Go.
I think the Blue Jays should buy coming the trade deadline. I truly believe with this offense that we have, you can't let this season go to waste. Our offense is ranked second in lots of categories. We're ranked second in offense, contact, power. We're right behind the Houston Astros as the #1 offense in the major leagues.
They are the only ones that are ahead of us in like OPS and slugging and everything.
Contact.
We're tied for first in home runs.
Yeah, exactly. Right there with, I believe,
it's the Giants. Actually. It's the Giants.
The Giants. So, you know what? So we cannot let this offense go to waste. And I truly believe with our pitching staff where it is right now, and yes, there's been a lot of focus on the bullpen being a major hole, and that's obviously something we have to address and buy.
Yeah.
But we're ranked 14th in ERA over with starters and with bullpen. That's league average. I say if we buy 2 to 3 arms, whether it be like a starting pitcher, 2 bullpen arms, we start to push out some other guys and push down some of these guys who are in higher leverage situations in the bullpen into more comfortable and less leverage situations and get the big arms in there. With that being done, I truly believe we can have a shot to fight for that wild card.
Well, what I really like about us is the fact that we are second in a crap load of offensive categories, like you said, OPS, slugging, batting average, tied for first in home runs, and we do have a league average defense, as you will, or pitching. So you come to think, well, if those two things average out, you know, we should be chilling somewhere at like the 7th best team in the league or something along those lines. We currently aren't. There's a lot of other teams ahead of us. So I think that we've got a little unlucky with the math, and that to me leads to the fact that hopefully we can start doing better, and hopefully the management can see that and go, okay, let's buy.
Yeah.
One big concern for me, and this is kind of where I'm sitting, which is I'm not sure yet, and it really determines what we do over the next 31 days. I do have a lot of faith, and in my heart of hearts, I want us to be buyers. However, there are a lot of teams right now in this mix. Yankees, Boston, Cleveland, Oakland, Mariners, Angels. All of those guys, and I'm not even including the Astros, Rays, or White Sox. I'm just chalking them up.
Those are
to
just
winning.
wild cards, yeah.
Yeah. All these guys are at 500 or above, just like us. We have 31 games until the trade deadline. I'm saying that for us to become buyers and for me to feel confident in going after this, I think that at least 2 of those teams need to drop out of there, and we have to at least win 18 of our 31 games, which would put us 5 games above 500.
Yeah.
One good thing about us is because I think we're severely looking at relief pitchers, those tend to be a little bit cheaper, whereas, you know, a star-studded bat or maybe a star-studded starting pitcher tend to be a little bit more expensive. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't want us to go out and get another starting pitcher. I do think when you look at our team makeup, I think Ray is solid. I think Ryu is solid. I'm still not convinced that I want Stripling starting a playoff game,
right,
or Manoah or Matt. So if we really were going after it, I would like to acquire, maybe a number 2, maybe a number 3, if that's possible. But at the very, very least, could we go out and buy a couple relief pitchers? I think so.
Absolutely. And the great thing about the relief market is it's so deep.
Yeah.
You can find guys everywhere. And I saw his name come up again today. And if you want to watch a relief pitchers, best 3 relief pitchers that you should go out and buy for the Toronto Blue Jays, go ahead and watch that video. But Brad Hand's coming up in conversations again as being a great fit for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah,
so if we add that guy, one other guy from a selling team, maybe a starting pitching, push Stripling into the bullpen, now we're starting to squeeze out some of those guys that are more unreliable. Like, we don't have to hope that Patrick Murphy comes into league and be good. Kay can go back to AAA. You know what I mean? And then you still have Chatwood and Castro. Yeah, their ERAs are inflated right now, but those would be your last guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We could use those guys to be our last guys.
Last resort.
So, are you kind of in agreement that 18 seems like a bit of a magic number? Or like, where would you put it at?
Well, I agree. I think being about 5 games above 500 is more comfortable, but you also got to look at other teams are doing
What is everyone else doing?
Because if they're also around like 500, for example, we'll get this to another video, but like the NL Central's a bunch of dudes just chilling. NL East just chilling around 500, so a lot of buyers. But I would like it if we were 5 games over 500 to have a comfortable, easier decision rather than waiting for the market to decide.
I think that really just forces the management's hand, and if they don't go out and buy at least 1 or 2 pieces, then they're going to have the media to answer for. Final question, how many wins or how many losses does it take for us to become sellers in the next 31 games? Because we have 31 games. We're still at 500. If we only win 12 of those, let's say, I think that would put us... What would that put us at?
That would put us... Yeah, I'm trying to do some quick math here.
We'd lose...
47. That'd be our wins. And then what would be the math?
47 and 54.
54.
Yeah, 47 and 54. That's a little scary to me, man.
Yeah, now I'm starting to cast a little bit of doubt in the team. I am. But we do have an easier schedule coming up.
Absolutely.
That is the one good thing, So I'm trying to stay the most positive, but yes, I agree. If that was it, I would be like, oh God, like that sucks.
That's the thing. Like, I just think that we got to look at, like, if this is the floor, like, if this is what happens, we should do this. And if this is what happens, we should do this. I hope that 18,
I think more likely we're going to be buyers.
I do think 100%. So as well. I do think so. But the floor, like the deepest dungeon of our floor, we win only 12 games. Marcus Semien, Randall Grichuk, you might have to go.
Because there's some things, is some people, the injuries would have to happen to our offense. Because our offense provides us a bit of a floor. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
When our pitching would have to be absolutely abysmal. Because right now, guys, we're sitting on a 29.7% chance to make playoffs according to Fangraphs. So that's a good chance.
It's not bad.
Give me 30% in this compact AL East fight where we're ranked 4th in our AL East, and that's best for our 4th place team to make playoffs out of any division. So
well, it is because I think that they're taking into consideration what we've done so far. If you were to look at the Seattle Mariners, who are still in the mix, who actually have a better record than we do, I would imagine that their playoff percentage is lower than ours.
1.2. Well, 1.2%.
There you have it, guys. So hopefully the math works in our favor.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can capitalize on this easy schedule, force the management's hand, win 18 plus games, and buy some guys. But let us know what you think in the comments down below about the Toronto Blue Jays, who you want us to go after. Do you think that we should be sellers, or do you think we should be buyers? And what is your kind of magic win totals on either side to pull the triggers on both? Let us know.
And guys, if you want to listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, or Breaker, you can. And as well, follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We're posting on there. And as well, guys, again, become a Patreon, and you can get $3 a month, or you can give us $3 a month, and you can come on our show. We'll give you that.
Pretty sweet deal, eh?
Yeah, right? You sign up for free and get paid.
Sign up this and we'll just pay you.
We'll just pay you to be a Patreon.
I wish that we could do that, guys.
But we can't, unfortunately.
Sadly, we can't.
We do it for you guys, and you guys come on our show this Friday as our Wine on Wine, so make sure to check it out. It's going to be around 6 p.m., I believe, as we usually do. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
And go, Jays, go!